Second half of men's and women's basketball doubleheader. The conference opener in Western States Conference South, COC, LA Valley College from Cougar Cage here in Santa Clarita. Hi everybody, I'm Matt Robinson. Glad to have you along as always with us. Happy you are here. Hope you had a wonderful new year, good holiday season, and are ready to get back to work with some basketball here in the new year. As the COC Cougars, having won 5 in a row, trying to extend their winning streak to 6 games and get to 8-1 here on their home floor, taking on LA Valley, who's 5-9 on the year and trying to make their own winning streak at 1 right now, trying to make it back-to-back wins on the season for the Monarchs. For COC, Howard Fisher's 22nd season as the Cougars head coach, over 300 wins in his career now for COC, and has a pretty high-powered offense to work with this season for the Cougars. Talking about 83 points per game this year, 17th ranked in the state. They shoot 48% from the floor, which is 11th best, and 37% from 3, which is 9th best in the state of California. They make 17 foul shots a game, which is top 5 in the state. They average about 23 attempts per game and make about 72%, so you're talking about 12th and 20th. So the Cougars' offense has just been clicking on all cylinders this year, and it's been really efficient, like we said, shooting 48%. They take about 60 shots a game. They make about 29 or 30 of them, depending on where you're at. So you're talking about an average of 48, and when you make 7 of your 23s a ball game, that's going to put you in a pretty good spot leading forward. They've done a good job defending the 3 this year as well. 28.6% against is 9th best in the state of California. So offensively, defensively, they've been getting it done on both sides of the floor. And it kind of comes down to their leadership group, their trio of sophomores, Andrew Henderson, Jimmy Galgano, Dylan Barrientos, and the added help of freshman Jonah Alfaro. When you look at all 4 of them this year, and we've talked about them a lot this year, those 4 guys, Henderson this year, just 1 double-double, but he's 42nd in the state in blocks, 49th in the state in points per game, averaging 16.5 and 5.5, and 44th in points with 231 this year, 723 career points for him as a Cougar. It's been cold from 3 lately, so if he can get going from 3, he can really create some problems for the opposition. Just 5 of 27 over his last 6 games, but still shooting 30% on the season. For Jimmy Galgano, one of the hottest 3-point shooters in the state, 36th in the state in 3-point shooting percentage, 23 of 53 for 43%. Can certainly turn a ball game and quickly when he gets hot. We've seen him do it here at home. And then Dylan Barrientos, who is their 3rd sophomore leader on the squad, leads the team in minutes per game, 32.3, 17 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists per game. He's 23rd in the state in minutes played, 31st in the state in total points, 39th in the state in points per game. Doesn't have any double-doubles this year, but boy, just does he find a way to score. Had a 13-game streak of 10 or more points, snapped against Mount Sac, but picked it right back up in the next game with 17 against OCC to win the Cougar Holiday Classic. Then you talk about Jonah Alfaro, the freshman out of West Ranch High School, has been impressive this year, shooting 68% from the floor. That's 2nd best in California. He's top 40 in rebounds for this year at 117, top 50 in rebounds per game, averaging almost 8.5. He has just been very good. 6 or more games with 10 rebounds this season. 4 double-doubles on the year, including 14 and 10 against OCC. Taking on an LA Valley side that's kind of struggled up and down for Steve Spencer in his 19th season as the head coach. 5-9 on the year. They average just 66 points a game, which is almost bottom 20 of the state. They're 92nd in the state. They shoot 41%, which is 74th. They shoot 29% from 3, which is 78th. They just struggled to score a bit this year. They've done a good job at the foul line, knocking down 72% of their foul shots. But just when you talk about giving up 73 points, which is 48th in the state, but only scoring 66, it's just made it tough for them this year. Just 1 and 3 on the road. Really, it comes down to one guy for them, and Sergeant Jeffrey has been their go-to, averaging 12 points and 8 rebounds. He's 45th in the state in rebounds per game, 41st in rebounds total with 115. He's done a lot of good work on the glass. He's really their leading scorer and their go-to. Nico Rodriguez has a tendency to help out. He scores about 9 points a game. David Huggins averages about 11. He's their 2nd leading scorer. But outside of those three, it's really been tough sledding to find some depth for LA Valley College this year, as they're just trying to stay afloat in terms of their regular season record. The good news is the season starts anew today. Conference season underway. The first conference matchup for both these teams in the Western States South. COC and LA Valley College, last time they played back on February 5th of 2022. Andrew Henderson led the way with 28 points and 7 rebounds, as Canyons got help from Dylan Barrientos with 12 points. David Rieta and Manny Kapushian with 10 and 9, both coming off the bench for LAVC in the loss as the Cougars took it 78-64. We'll have the starting lineups, the opening tip here from College of the Canyons when we come back here on the Cougar Sports Network. College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments, time with friends, lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's, be a sub above.
Meet Nigel Terry. In 2018, UCLA Health made him Laker for a day. Not because he beat cancer once, he beat cancer twice. He inspired us to push, to make the impossible possible. Because that's what Nigels do, and the world needs more Nigels. UCLA Health.
The future is yours, so let College of the Canyons help you get ready, reset, and go for it. Get ready for transfer, the workforce, or take your skills to the next level. Reset your career and get back to work quickly. Go to college for $46 per unit, 0 textbook cost class options, and apply for your share of financial aid. With convenient class times, flexible on-campus or online options, and free tutoring, the future is yours at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule.
Welcome back into College of the Canyons, COC LA Valley College, getting set to tip off here in men's basketball. Manny Kabushian, Andre Perez, Aiden Acosta, David Huggins, and Sergeant Jeffrey, the starters for LA Valley as they win the opening tip in their black uniforms, moving to our right here in the first half. For COC, Dylan Griffin, Jacob Gonzalez, Quincy Arms, Jonah Alfara, and Justice Harper, the starters. Three-pointer on the way from Jeffrey did not fall. The Cougars go back the other way on a defensive rebound and will go to work on the offensive side in their white uniforms, moving to our left here in the first half. As Gonzalez will send it over to Griffin. He'll swing it over to Harper. The Cougars going without Barrientos, Galgano, and Henderson in the lineup to start the game. That one goes out off of Quincy Arms, and it'll be LA Valley basketball. Virgil Watson, the head coach of the Monarchs. I think we had Steve Spencer listed, but that actually is from our last game, so we apologize. Virgil Watson, the head coach. Howard Fisher, the head coach of COC. As Huggins driving, trying to get it in, got it to Sargent, who lays it home, and the Monarchs with a 2-0 lead as Sargent has the first bucket of the day. Sergeant Jeffrey, as we said, their leading scorer this year, averaging 12 points, 8 rebounds per game, is Griffin, a corner three that does not fall, had too much on it, an easy rebound for Andre Paris. Quickly back ahead comes LA Valley as Huggins will get it inside to Sergeant Jeffrey. He dumps it off onto the outside, a wing three, no good. Pulled down easily by Justice Harper for COC, as it was Kapushian on the three-pointer that didn't fall. And the Cougars back to work offensively. Here's Harper with the basketball for COC. We'll put it on the floor and drop it off to Gonzalez, who will work out high, covered by Acosta. Gonzalez and Acosta one-on-one right now. Now to Alfara. At the elbow, tried to get inside, had it blocked as Huggins went up right with him. It's David Huggins, 6'4", out of Westchester High School with a nice defensive play. And the Cougars empty down the floor. Sergeant Jeffrey just muscles his way inside once again. Back-to-back buckets for him. The 6'6" center out of Delta Academy in Las Vegas, Nevada. With the first 4 points of the ball game, it's a 4-0 lead. Cougars started off slow in their last game here against OCC. Kind of the similar script as Sergeant Jeffrey swats that one away from Gonzalez. The Cougars will keep the basketball with 15 to shoot, trailing by 4. Just early on in the ball game. 2 minutes and 5 seconds in. 5 seconds called against the COC Cougars on the inbound as Gonzalez didn't get it in, and we're going to get our first substitutions of the ball game as Andrew Henderson up off the bench. So the Cougars with their 3 sophomore leaders on the bench to start will work their first of 3 back into the ball game. As this one inside, Sergeant Jeffrey with Alfara right on top of him puts it in. First 6 points for Jeffrey in the ball game. It's a 6-0 run for LA Valley College to open up. So much like the women's game, the men's game starting off in a similar fashion. Cougars 0 for 3 from the floor early on as a foul going to be called against LA Valley College. And Quincy Arms going to come off the floor for the first time as Andrew Henderson will check in. Cougars get it into Harper. Harper trying to work down low. We'll get it to Alfara. Block extended near side. Goes baseline. Kicks it over. Corner 3 from Henderson is good. And if Andrew Henderson can get hot for COC, that's a good sign. He's been cold from 3 as of late. We talked about it. 5 of 27 over his last 6 games. But knocks down the 3. Has the first 3 points of the ball game for the Cougars. Bushian in the corner. We'll send it back out high to Acosta. He'll dribble all the way out towards the center circle as he's guarded by Gonzalez. Working off the screen from Jeffrey will drive. Throws up a runner that didn't fall, but the Cougars can't pull down the rebound. Alfara and Harper crashed into one another, and it goes out off of COC. It'll stay with Valley with 6 seconds to shoot as they do not get a reset. The shot from Acosta didn't find any bit of the rim. Sergeant Jeffrey going to be called for an offensive foul. He and Henderson got tied up. Henderson kind of threw the head back and drew it. First foul of the ball game on Sergeant Jeffrey. The Cougars get the ball back, trailing by 3, 6-3, just 3 minutes into the ball game. So here's Gonzalez with the basketball, working to his left. We'll get it to Henderson. Guarded on the near side by Paris. He'll slip it into Harper. Harper working against Huggins. We'll get it back out to Henderson. Henderson catches it with the left hand, drops it for Gonzalez. He'll pop from the corner from about 12 feet, missed it. An easy rebound for Jeffrey, comes down with it. Back the other way comes LA Valley College with a 3-point lead. There's Andre Paris, will stop up. They'll work it around to Acosta. Back inside Paris, trying to get away from Henderson. Stops and pops from about 12 and knocks it down. Good shot in rhythm that time from Andre Paris. Paris averaging 15 points a game. He's actually the leading scorer now that we look down the whole roster here. Him and Sergeant Jeffrey, kind of their two big workers. Is that one a turnaround jumper missed by Henderson? Easy rip for Jeffrey, and back the other way comes LA Valley College. Acosta kicks it in the corner, a little Euro step into the lane for Huggins, didn't fall. Harper pulls down the board. Cougars quickly run back ahead. Elfara catches, tries to work inside, dumps it off to Griffin in the corner. Back up top, Harper. Thought about a three, now steps into one, had too much on it. Sergeant Jeffrey with inside position pulls down the board. Already 4 rebounds in the ball game for him. It's an 8-3 LA Valley College lead. Had a 6-0 run to open up the game. That's been the largest lead so far, as we're just about 5 minutes into this first half. Acosta throws that one away. Harper gets an easy steal. One-on-one with Kapushian, tries to go into the lane with a Euro step, no. Griffin follow-up, no. Harper follow-up, put back there. A little sloppy from COC, but they'll take the bucket. They trail by 3 at 8-5, as we'll see more substitutions on the way. Cougars have Barrientos and Mason Savory up ready to go for LA Valley. Forrester, and I can't see who the other player is. I think it might be Nigel Dickens. I think it's 12, but we'll get that when the check-in's coming. Paris working against Henderson. Henderson stays right with him, so Paris has to back off with 6 to shoot. Now gets to Acosta. He'll step into a 3 over the top of Gonzalez. Missed it off the front of the rim. Out of play off of LA Valley College. The Cougars will get the ball back. It's actually Zuan Lee coming. Everybody else was correct. Harper coming off, Gonzalez coming off. Barrientos will run the point now. Savory and Alfaro work down low for COC as they come back to work offensively, trailing by 3. 8-5 here early on. Savory catches. He's fouled by Lee, who stepped right into him on the catches. Team foul number 3. Into the game for the Monarchs number 32, Nico Rodriguez. Nico Rodriguez checking into the game. Savory with the basketball. We'll get it to Griffin on the far side. Griffin will work back up top. Hits it to Alfara. Alfara, a couple of steps. He's going to be called for travel. Got away with the first one, didn't get away with the second. For the Cougars, number 25, Jimmy Galgano, replacing Jimmy Galgano coming in to take over for Alfaro. 3-point lead for LA Valley College. Monarchs go back to work on the offensive side. Forrester trying to drive, runs into a couple of Cougars right at the block, bounces it off of Galgano and out of play, so it'll stay with LA Valley. Sergeant Jeffrey with 6 points to start for the Monarchs. For Andrew Henderson and the Cougars, he's the leader with 3. Low scoring start to this first quarter, or this first half. We're about 7 minutes in. Will Forrester working against Barrientos, tries to work off the screen with 5 to shoot. Will send it to Paris. He'll put up a 3 over the top of Galgano. Had too much on it. An easy rip for Barrientos, who will bring it back ahead. Galgano on the near wing, inside Savory. Went over the top of Paris. Paris going to get called for a foul as he was inside the restricted area. And Mason Savory going to go to the line for a pair of shots. Already the second foul on Paris. Here's Mason Savory shooting 2. Savory, an 80% foul shooter this year. Got to wait for the floor to get cleaned up a little bit as Paris went down and left a little moisture after he fell down. Despite being a cold and rainy day outside, it's a pretty warm one in the gym here today. Savory at the line for 2. First bounces short and misses. Paris gonna check out. As David Huggins coming back in. So for LA Valley, your leading scorer on the bench with 2 quick fouls in the first 6 minutes and 30 seconds of the ball game. Savory makes the second of 2. Arms gonna come back in to take over for Dylan Griffin. Cougars trailing by 2, 8-6 in favor of LA Valley. Here's Rodriguez driving into the paint. Missed on an altered shot. Got his own rebound though. Kicks it back to Huggins. The Monarchs will reset. Forrester with the basketball. Working off the screen to his left. Gonna draw a foul on Savory. Just too much body contact there. Only the first foul on COC. 5th foul of the ball game combined. So Monarchs will work with 21 seconds on the shot clock off the inbound. Here's Forrester with the basketball. Now Rodriguez to Kapushian, trying to get it inside. Errant pass, taken away by COC. Henderson stripped though as Huggins came from out of nowhere to take it away and finishes with an easy one-handed flush for a 4-point lead. Henderson just looking to his left. Huggins came from the right. Stripped it right out of his hands and went for an easy bucket. There's Barrientos, scoreless so far. We'll send to Arms. Wing 3 on the way is good. Arms has his first 3 of the ball game, his first bucket of the ball game. And the Cougars back within 1, trailing 10-9. Offensive foul going to be called underneath the basket. It's going to go against Lee. It's going to be his second. 5th foul already on LA Valley with 12:26 to go. So the Cougars' chance to take their first lead of the ball game, trailing 10-9. Barrientos nearly walked. He tried to hold up the pass. Got it to Galgano. Arms, corner, 3 is good. Back-to-back 3s for Quincy Arms. He's got 6 to lead the way for COC here early on. And the Cougars with their largest lead of the day at 2, their first lead of the day. Huggins driving, has it taken away. Galgano will send it to Henderson. He's going to try and run to the basket. Lays it up with the right hand. Easy bucket for Andrew Henderson. Give him 5, a 4-point lead at 14-10 for COC. So after a sluggish start, the Cougars have turned it up a little bit on the defensive side. It's led to some offensive points, and they have a 4-point lead. Here's Rodriguez driving in the air, draws a foul. Gonna go against either Henderson or Savory. We'll see who they give it to. They give it to Savory. It'll be his second.
His second, team foul number 2.
Sends Huggins to the line for a pair. Or sorry, Rodriguez to the line for a pair. Rodriguez, 61% foul shooter this year. Makes the first, makes it a 3-point game. First trip to the line today for LA Valley College. Each team with a trip to the foul line. Savory comes out, Alfara comes back in. Rodriguez makes both. Paris will check back in for Valley as Rodriguez comes off. 14-12, COC in front. 11:36 to go here in the first half. Monarchs had a 6-0 run to open. The Cougars with a nice little 6-0 run of their own to take a 2-point lead. And turnover by Galgano, just a bad turnover. Ball slipped right out of his hand. Comes back, tried to block Huggins, but got too much into the body. Took away an easy bucket. Will send Huggins to the line for 2. So you don't like the turnover, but you like the hustle back if you're Howard Fisher as Galgano going up. And he said, I caught a lot of ball, but the official said, yeah, but you went right into his body too. So Huggins is 65% foul shooter on the season. Cleanly knocks down the first, makes it a 1-point game. Chance to get it back to even at 14 all. second is good as well. So we're even at 14 all, 11:20 to go here in the first half. Barrientos ahead, Galgano, wing three, missed it badly off the left, but it went right to Henderson on inside position. He gets an easy putback, and the Cougars back out in front by 2. Henderson now with 7 here in the first half. Paris wanted a 3, got Henderson in the air, stopped for a 16-footer that doesn't fall. Rebound bounced its way out to Huggins, who will set back up for Valley. Here's Nigel Dickens holding on to the basketball, working against Galgano. They'll work it back around to Paris, up top to Dickens. A three-pointer around a screen, missed it. Easy board for Henderson. Outlets ahead to Barrientos, who's been quiet so far. He's yet to take a shot in the ball game. They'll get it to Arms, who will put up a 3, try to stay hot and go 3 for 3 from 3, but did knock it down. Galgano got the rebound, dumped it into the corner. Henderson for 3, no, short. Good inside position that time by Acosta. Valley back the other way. Paris spinning around at the block. We'll send it up top to Acosta. Over now to Dickens. They swing it down to Huggins, who will put back up top to Paris. The Monarchs will set in half-court offense. Huggins is trying to draw the foul. It did. Goes against Andrew Henderson, his first. Huggins went way up in the air and kind of threw up a shot that really was to nowhere and drew the foul. Did a good job to get himself into the air and get the defender to make contact. So a chance to get the game back to even. First of 2 is good. Huggins 3 for 3 from the line so far.
Into the game for Canyons, number 11, Jacob Gonzalez.
Gonzalez back in to take over for Quincy Arms for COC. Huggins knocks them both down, even at 16 all. Halfway through the first half. Gonzalez now to run the point for the Cougars as she's back on the floor. Costa pressed up right against him. Here's Henderson, spins away from a little bit of pressure, gets it up top Galgano. Paris right on top of him. Gonzalez now near side wing, gets it to Alfara. Sergeant Jeffrey trying to hold him tight. Alfara up underneath the basket, little reverse layup didn't go. Got his own rebound, missed it. Tipped the rebound in the air, but Acosta comes away with it. The Monarchs can come back for a lead as Paris wants to stop up for a 3. Now steps into a 20-footer that bounces off the rim a couple of times, and Henderson comes down with the rebound. He and Jeffrey battling for it. Now Gonzalez runs right into the middle. Galgano trying to get to the lane, fouled, and will get himself to the line for 2.
Monarch foul, number 20, David Huggins. First personal, 16 foul. A 2-shot opportunity.
Foul on Huggins, his first. Galgano this year 65%, misses the first of 2. So where the Cougars in the past have had trouble, but this year they've been much better at the free throw line. As we said, 17 foul shots per game made. They average about 23 opportunities. They're 4th best in the state in foul shots made per game, but just 1 of 3 so far here early on. It's been an Achilles heel in the past for COC. Galgano misses both. It's become more and more important as the game continues on. Tie ball game, Nico Rodriguez, little runner that doesn't fall. Galgano comes away with the rebound. Cougars try to go 3 on 2. Galgano dumps to Gonzalez, he missed. Barrientos the rebound. The play continues on. Henderson a 3-pointer. There's a man down for LA Valley College. Looks like Nigel Dickens holding his left ankle, maybe got rolled up on.
Technical foul charge to Valley's number 10, Aiden Acosta.
And the technical foul called to Aiden Acosta. After the play, they're going to check on Nigel Dickens first. Medical staff out to check on Dickens, who was grabbing at his right ankle when he went down. I don't know if he stepped on somebody or rolled up on it himself. He's kind of a lot of bodies crashing near the glass at that point when he went down. It's actually his left ankle. He's grabbing that. So apparently don't know my right from my left at this point in time. The ball game at 9:07 to go, but it'll be a foul shot for Henderson after the technical foul to Acosta. Henderson knocks it down, and it's just a single shot technical, so a 17-16 lead for COC. And the Monarchs go back with the basketball as Acosta will pick it back up and go back to work. 9 minutes to go here in the first half. Acosta moving to his right. Send to Huggins. Into the corner, Kapushian spins it back to Acosta. They work back to the corner, Kapushian a three on a late closeout for Barrientos. It's good. Kapushian's first bucket of the ball game. LA Valley back with a 2-point lead at 19-17. So 9-3 run for the Monarchs right now. Up himself back out in front. Alfaro working off the middle. A rare spot for him. Get it to Henderson. Henderson will put it on the floor, gets to the glass, lays it in with the right hand. Henderson just so strong moving off the dribble, makes it so tough on the defense. You get a body on him and he just muscles his way through it. Gets us back to 19 all. Here's Rodriguez up top to Acosta. Now to Sergeant Jeffrey into the paint. Foul called on Alfaro. Jeffrey got himself there, went up. Alfaro got a hand to the ball, but got body on body.
Foul number 42, Jonah Alfaro, his
first on Alfaro.
Team foul. Into the game for the Cougars.
Cougars are going to bring in Andrew Karian here. This was a non-shooting foul. It was on the floor, I guess they said, but now the official's going to talk about it here. I thought it was a shooting foul, but no, they say it was not. So Cougars going to try and opt for some size with Karian against Sergeant Jeffrey. Inbound play, good inbound play for Huggins. He got loose, knocked it down. It's a little 8-footer, and it's 21-19. Henderson driving baseline, kicks it back to Harper. Back inside, good pass to Henderson, and he lays it in. So we're even at 21 all once again. Henderson able to knock that one out. Rodriguez was trying to get it inside. Into Costa off the floor. Khalil Forrester checking back in. Huggins will bring it into play. Monarchs will get it in. Forrester will work one-on-one against Gonzalez here. Crossover stops up at the three-point line. Pushing inside Sergeant Jeffrey. He's going to be called for a travel. Moved both feet before he got the ball on the floor. Karian doing a good job one-on-one against him that time. So turnover, and the Cougars will go back to work with the basketball in a tie game at 21 all, 7:28 to go. Henderson already with 12 points in the ball game, trying to get it inside. It goes out off of Valley. It'll be Canyons basketball. So Henderson with 12 leading the way for COC.
Checking in for the Cougars, number 10, Dylan Griffin.
Huggins with 8 leading the way for Valley, as Dylan Griffin checking back in to take over for Gonzalez. Cougars without any points from Dylan Barrientos, their leading scorer, and he's on the bench, or he's inbounding the ball right now. He just has not been able to get loose. Throws that one out of bounds on the inbound play. Just a tough turnover against COC that time, as you never like to see that. We'll get back to work. Forrester with the basketball for Valley. We'll bring it ahead. We're even at 21 all. Jeffrey will swing it to Rodriguez. Guarded by Henderson up top. Forrester, offensive foul down low. That's going to go against Sergeant Jeffrey. It's going to be his second. He's going to come off. Zion Lee going to come back in.
Zion Lee.
Cougars in the bonus now, 7 fouls on fouls, so they'll shoot foul shots the rest of the way with 6:58 to go. Barrientos, Karian working against Lee, little left-handed hook is good. Karian with a bucket. Doesn't get a lot of playing time, does Andrew Karian. Averages just 1.1 per game, 4 of 7 from the floor this year, so he does not take many shots either. But that's one down there and gets the Cougars back with a 23-21 lead. Three-pointer from Rodriguez is short, and Karian pulls down the rebound, sends it out to Griffin. Now to Harper. Had a Karian running through the lane, calling for it, decided better of it, and got it to Henderson. Here's Harper. Karian block. Sends it to Henderson. Near side corner 3. Too much on it. Rebound pulled down by Lee. Stay at 2-point advantage for COC at the moment. Forrester taking his time here. Barrientos about 5 feet off of him. Lee. Karian right on him, and then a foul called away from the ball against Dylan Griffin. First on Griffin. Jimmy Galgano comes back in to take over for Andrew Henderson, get him a spell. Henderson 12 solid minutes off the bench, 12 points. Forrester stops at the foul line, tried to bounce it inside. Karian falling down to the floor, recovers it as it went off Harper first. And now Harper will bring it ahead. Harper, little stutter step, spins, right hand off the glass. No, missed everything after the spin. Huggins with an easy rip. Back the other way comes Valley with 5:20 to go. Huggins wanting to drive. Karian trying to draw the charge. Instead, it's going to be called for a block as he shuffled his feet and kind of threw an elbow into the rib cage of Huggins.
Game foul number 54, Andrew Karian, first personal, 17th foul. The Monarchs are in the bonus.
Valley now in the bonus, so they'll shoot 1-1 the rest of the way, or at least until we get to the plus.
2 shots upcoming.
7 fouls aside, Karian likely checking back out for some rest. Elfara got his rest on the bench, will come back in. As Huggins back to the line. Makes the first. Huggins 5 for 5 from the line, his 3rd trip to the charity stripe today. Elfara back into the ball game. Huggins misses the second. So it's a 1-point lead for COC at 23-22. Nico Rodriguez going to be called for the foul. So Galgano to the line. Second trip for him today. He's 0 for 2 on his first 2 attempts. He's 0 for 3 so far in the ball game. We go back to work. The buzzer sounded. The shot was not made, so we continue to play on. Barrientos gets a board. He's running out of some trouble. We'll dump it off to Harper. Sends it to Griffin on the far side. He'll get it to Galgano in the painted area. Lost the basketball as it bounced off a couple of Valley players. Then Barrientos from 3, no good. Barrientos has been pretty cold from outside as of late. We talked about Henderson's cold streak. Barrientos has been just as bad as of late. Still shooting 41% on the year, but just has not had a shot stroke from deep, working on something. And he had 17 against OCC. Most of those came from inside the lane. COC, you'd like to get him loose into the paint, get him going. He's got a bucket today. That was just his first field goal attempt. That went off of LA Valley. It's a COC basketball and a turnover. Andre Paris will come back in. A timeout on the floor called by Virgil Watson. 4:17 to go, 23-22 COC. 30-second timeout, so we'll stay right here with it. So folks, if you have a business either online or here in Santa Clarita or local-ish towards Santa Clarita and you'd like to sponsor COC Athletics, we can help you out. You can put up a banner at the Cougar Cage, Cougar Stadium, maybe the COC soccer facility, or a commercial here on the Cougar Sports Network. 661-362-3491. That's 661-362-3491. Speak to somebody in the athletic department. They'll help get you settled up. It's 23-22, 4:17 to go here in the first half. COC out in front is led by as much as 4. LA Valley had a 6-0 run to open the ball game, but the Cougars with a nice little 6-0 run of their own got themselves back into the lead. Neither team really shooting the lights out of the building at this point in time. LA Valley 7 of 21, COC 9 of 27, both 33% from the floor. Cougars 3 of 11, pardon me, from 3, 27%. The Monarchs just 1 of 7. And remember, the Cougars, one of the best teams defending the three-point this year. 9th best in the state. Opponents shooting just 28% against them. So the 1-point lead, the Cougars will work offensively. Barrientos on the wing on the near side, guarded by Rodriguez. Descended to Griffin, far side. He'll drive baseline, stops it, bounce pass inside to Harper and lays it in with the left hand. Good vision from Dylan Griffin that time. Griffin doesn't score a lot, but brings so much more to the floor, both on the defensive side and offensively moving the basketball. And you see it right there. Very nice vision to Harper to get the bucket. Cougars with a 3-point lead, 25-22. Pushian steps into a 3 to try and tie it up. Missed it. Harper went up for the rebound too early. It bounced off of Khalil Forrester's hands and went out of play, so it's COC basketball. There's Harper. Gets it to Barrientos. He'll put up a 3 and he knocks it down. Barrientos with his first bucket of the ball game. 28-22 COC. 6-point Cougar lead, their largest of the day. Matches the largest lead of the ball game for either side. Barrientos knocked down the nice 3. Just his first bucket of the ball game. Valley will go back to work. Paris with the basketball will send it near side to Nico Rodriguez. Now Paris will work it down. The push in, they keep it along the perimeter here. Now Rodriguez driving over the top of Galgano. He's going to draw a foul. Galgano, I believe it's going to be his second.
COC foul number 25. Jimmy Delgado, second person.
Send Rodriguez to the line. His second trip to the foul line today. 2 for 2 in his first trip.
Rodriguez 2.
First of 2 is good.
Quincy Arms in for the Cougars.
Arms takes over for Galgano. Forrester off as Acosta back in for LA Valley. Rodriguez goes 4 for 4 so far in the ball game from the stripe. He'll check out. David Huggins will come back in. So back to a 4-point COC lead. It's Acosta going to guard Barrientos. 94 feet across the floor here. There's Griffin. To Barrientos, corner 3 on the way is good. Barrientos back-to-back 3s. 7-point lead for COC. 31-24, Barrientos finding his stroke after that early miss. Hit his last 2. Kapushian wide open look for 3, missed it. Rebound to Paris. A fresh 30 for LA Valley. Offensive foul going to be called. Elfara able to draw it. It's going to go against David Huggins here. It's going to be the second on Huggins, the 9th on Valley. Next one will put the Cougars in the plus. Got to clean up some water underneath the COC basket. After Elfara down onto the floor. Looks to be settled, and we'll go back to work. Valley coming out in a full court press here. Cougars had a little bit of trouble against OCC the other day. Huggins picks up 2 quick fouls in about 10 seconds, so he's going to have 3 now. Barrientos is going to go to the line.
start for the team's 10.
So we see Valley trying to come out with a full court press here. Like we said, the Cougars had some trouble early on against OCC last game, but ended up cleaning it up and coming away with a victory. And now Barrientos to the line for a pair of foul shots. Makes the first of two. Barrientos this year, 75% from the line. Just the third of 7 foul shots made for the Cougars today. Lead at 8, misses on the second, so they continue to struggle from the line here early on. But 32-24 the lead for COC. Point advantage is Valley back to work offensively. Huggins still in there with 3 fouls. Little fall away from 10 is good. Huggins with 11 now in the ball game to lead LA Valley. Back down to 6. Here's Barrientos. 90 seconds to go here in the first. Harper put it on the floor. Little stutter step. Right-handed floater didn't go. Defended well by Valley that time as Lee was defending him, and then Paris drives into the painted area, draws a foul, gets himself to the line. Foul going to go against Dylan Griffin, going to be his second.
Second personal. 19 foul.
It's going to bring Andrew Henderson into the game. Next foul on COC puts Valley in the plus for the final 77 seconds of the ball game. As Paris bounces the first one high off the back of the rim and in. Paris, his first trip to the line today. COC will take a timeout. We'll talk about things out of the break. Paris is 71% foul shooter, just a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick break as well. COC out in front, 32-27 for LA Valley College here on the Cougar Sports Network.
The future is yours. So let College of the Canyons help you get ready, reset, and go for it. Get ready for transfer, the workforce, or take your skills to the next level. Visit canyons.edu/schedule.
(32-27) Cougars out in front. 1:17 to go here in the first. Harris misses on the second. Barrientos an easy board. Valley again in full court press here, trying to trap Barrientos. He'll throw it ahead, finds Alfaro wide open, and he'll finish with 2 hands. So back to a 7-point lead, 34-27. Henderson a block from behind that time on Lee. Cougars will run it up the floor. Alfaro the entire way goes up with the left, draws the foul, crashes hard into the wall. Gets himself to the line for a pair of foul shots.
Valley foul number 22, Zion Lee. That's his third.
Lee picks up the foul, his third. Alfaro just a 50% foul shooter on the year. Getting better as the year has gone on. Makes the first of 2. Back to an 8-point lead. Jeffrey checking back in. Paris coming out of the game. Forrester back on the floor. Alfaro misses the second one well short. Lead stays at 8. 43 seconds to go here in the first half. Here's Acosta working off the screen. Foul line jumper, no good, too much on it. Henderson, easy rip. He'll run back the other way. Works up onto the wing and gets it to Harper. Harper will dump it to Barrientos. 5-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock here in the end of the first half. Cougars weave through the middle area of the floor as now Barrientos will go back to work in a little bit of a motion offense. 8 to shoot. Offensive foul called against Andrew Henderson down low, trying to work against Acosta. That's the second foul on Andrew Henderson. That's his second foul with 13.7. Valley will go back to work on the offensive side. Playing for the last shot here. It's Acosta with the basketball, working against Arms. Get it over towards Huggins. He'll put up a 16-footer that's good. Get the lead back to 6. The Cougars will get one final shot away, but it will not go. 35-29, the end of the first half. COC out in front. We'll step aside. Second half action when we come back here on the Cougars Sports Network. College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
The future is yours. So let College of the Canyons help you get ready, reset, and go for it. Get ready for transfer, the workforce, or take your skills to the next level. Visit canyons.edu/schedule.
Meet Nigel Terry. In 2018, UCLA Health made him Laker for a day. Not because he beat cancer once, he beat cancer twice. He inspired us to push, to make the impossible possible. Because that's what Nigels do, and the world needs more Nigels. UCLA Health.
Getting that perfect slice is satisfying, fulfilling, and rewarding too. But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh. Slice to order makes a sub above.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
If our turkey had a resume, it would say it's 99% fat-free, filler-free, and raised without antibiotics. But our turkey already has its dream job at Jersey Mike's. Premium meat makes a sub above.
The future is yours, so let College of the Canyons help you get ready, reset, and go for it. Get ready for transfer, the workforce, or take your skills to the next level. Reset your career and get back to work quickly. Go to college for $46 per unit, 0 textbook cost class options, and apply for your share of financial aid. With convenient class times, flexible on-campus or online options, and free tutoring, the future is yours at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule.
Welcome back into the Cougar Cage. Matt Robinson with you, getting ready for second half action. COC and LA Valley. Cougars with a 6-point advantage, 35-29 out of the break. Cougars 39% from the floor in the first half, 13 of 33, 4 of 14 from 3, and 4 of 10 from the foul line. LA Valley 9 of 27 from the floor, 1 of 9 from 3, 10 of 12 from the foul line. Rebound battle pretty tight. Cougars a +1, 22-21 in favor of COC on the rebounds. Points out turnovers 12-10 in favor of COC. Valley with 10 turnovers, Cougars with just 7. Everything else pretty tight. 10 fouls on COC, 11 on LA Valley. The Cougars will start with the basketball, the +6 as we go into the second half. For COC, Henderson leading the way with 12 points, 4 rebounds. For LA Valley, Huggins leading the way, 13 points, 4 rebounds. And an assist as we go to work, Gonzalez. Arms, Harper, Griffin, and Elfara on the floor to start for COC. The Cougars get a good look for Griffin. He can't finish. Good inside pass, and Griffin just doesn't finish it off. Acosta, Paris, Jeffrey, Huggins, and Kapushian. As Kapushian, a corner 3 is good. Kapushian with only 3 points in the first half. So 1 of 4 from 3, but that's 3 right there, and it's back to a 3-point COC lead. Harper thought about a 3, instead drives, gets it to Arms. Arms, step back wing 3 air ball. Into the hands of Sergeant Jeffrey, ahead to Acosta. Acosta driving into the paint, throws up a wild shot that draws a foul, and gets himself to the line. Foul going to be called against Gonzalez as Acosta will go shoot 2.
First team foul in the second half. Two shots upcoming for Aiden Acosta.
Acosta 75% from the line this year. First 2 is good. Valley's been good from the line today. 11 of 13 so far. Chance to get back to a 1-point game. Acosta misses on the second. Harper will pull down the rip. The Cougars will go work with a 2-point lead, 35-33. Gonzalez lost the basketball, but never brought it across the midcourt stripe, but then turned it over on a telegraph pass. Picked off by Huggins, who lays it off the glass, and we're even at 35 all. Already Gonzalez probably checking out as the Cougars get Barrientos up off the bench. Here's Arms. Cougars will get it to Harper. Harper drops for Griffin. A little miscommunication, so Griffin has to go back and pick it up. Get it to Harper, who was calling for it, trying to post up against Huggins. Turnaround jumper off glass is good. Harper with now 6 in the ball game. Cougars back out in front, 37-35. Griffin trying to get a takeaway. He and Kapushian battling for it. It's loose on the floor. Now the side ripping for the ball. Lots of whistles from the officials. Everything seems to be okay. It's Valley basketball on the jump ball tie-up. Possession arrow will change after the inbound play in favor of COC. Gonzalez off, Barrientos on. Acosta off, and Khalil Forrester on. Forrester gets it in. Huggins' little 18-footer is good. Huggins stays hot. Gives him 17 in the ball game. We're even at 37 all. Huggins leading the way. One of his better games of more recent area in the season. As the Cougars work it around the perimeter, get it to Elfara, who was trying to post up against Sergeant Jeffrey and lost the ball. Paris running back the other way, puts it in. Valley with a 39-37 lead. On a 10-2 run to open up. As the Cougars started with a 6-point advantage, it's been erased. It's at a 10-2 run to open up for LA Valley College, the 39-37. Timeout from Howard Fisher, wanted to discuss things with his team. Slow things down, change it up a little bit. For Huggins this year, season high 19 against Cerro Coso back on December 8th. 2 off that on the day. He missed the first 6 games, but he started 8 in a row coming into today. Make it 9 in a row now as the Cougars back to work, trailing by 2. Elfara trying to drive, got it back to Harper. Little stutter step, dumped it inside, just a straight turnover. As Kapushian on the floor will be able to get it to Forrester, who will work back ahead. Cougars getting Henderson off the bench. Here's Paris. High bounce, little step. Sargent, Jeffrey trying to put it back, couldn't. Then Elfara had it stripped by Paris. Paris will get a 3-pointer wide open from the corner. Jeffrey comes down with the board, works under the basket, lays it in. Making a 12-2 run for LA Valley to open up in the second half. Elfara calling for it. Harper will put up a 3 that's an air ball. Paris back ahead. His pass, though, was over the head of Huggins, who wasn't ready for it. That means the Cougars will be able to get Henderson back in and take over for Justice Harper. 30-second timeout called by LA Valley College, 16:27 to go. So 12-2 run to open for LA Valley. Remember, they opened with a 6-0 run in the first. Cougars were able to erase that and come back with a 6-point lead at the break, but now trail by 4. Minutes leaders in that first half, Huggins with 18 for LA Valley. For COC, it was pretty spread out. Barrientos and Justice Harper each with 15 minutes led the way, but you had Griffin with 12, Henderson with 13, Galgano and Gonzalez each with 8, Arms with 9. So spread pretty well. Elfara with 14 for COC. So kept the rotation strong as they go back to work, trailing by 4. Barrientos with the ball, got it to Elfara, drives up, lays it off the glass. He'll get himself to the line to shoot a pair. As Sergeant Jeffrey going to be called for his 3rd foul of the ball game. Foul trouble outside, out of the first half. Huggins with 3, Lee with 3. Then you had Paris and Jeffrey with 2 on Valley. For COC, Henderson, Galgano, Savory, and Griffin all with 2. So Elfara to the line for a pair. Second trip to the line today for him. Was 1 for 2 in the first half. Makes the first, cuts the lead down to 3. Second did not fall. Quickly back the other way. Khalil Forrester makes his first bucket of the day. So 43-38, a turnover on the inbound play. Valley gets it to Paris, he lays it home. And the Monarchs on a quick 4-0 run, have it to 45-38. Cougars just out of rhythm to start here. It's a 7-point advantage, largest of the day for Valley. As Henderson will get to the line.
number 42, Sergeant Jeffrey.
That's the fourth on Sergeant Jeffrey. That could potentially take a big body out of the middle here. It's a 16-3 run to open for the Monarchs here. They have a 7-0, or a 7-point lead, I should say.
Fouling for the Cougars, number 40, Mason Savory. Placing Joseph Alfara.
Alfara coming off, Savory coming back in. Henderson makes the first. Henderson was 1 for 1 from the line, shot a technical foul shot in the first, misses the second. Broadcaster jinx in full effect, as Henderson usually very reliable from the line, 85%. Cougars come out in full court press of their own. They nearly got a steal. Now we'll back things off into a half-court defense here as Forrester with the basketball. Works to his left, step back three over the top of Barrientos is good. Forrester with back-to-back buckets. Now make it a 9-point lead. To 39, the advantage is Barrientos a deep three, no. Arms pulls down the rebound. It popped out well beyond the top of the key, and the Cougars will reset. Trailing by 9, 3-possession game at the moment. Savory gonna be called for an offensive foul, gonna be his third. So that was very dangerous from Sergeant Jeffrey, but he's able to draw the offensive foul. Remember, he's got 4 fouls in the ball game. He's been a nice inside presence. The Cougars have not had much success getting inside when he's out on the floor. Just 8 points, 8 rebounds, 16 minutes. There's a block and a steal as well. Here's Forrester, who's come alive here in the second. 5 points, 2 of 2 from the floor now in the ball game. Has a 2 and a 3. Misses on his third attempt. The Cougars pull down the rebound as Henderson was able to rip it down. Now Barrientos trying to drive into the lane. Instead, we'll kick it back to Arms. Arms will try and penetrate. He'll stop up at the elbow. Wanted to dump it to Henderson, but Henderson was cutting, and it results in a turnover on COC. Valley will slow things down. Huggins with 3 fouls will drop it off Forrester. Off the screen of Huggins with 3 to shoot. Dumps it inside. Henderson, another block. Back the other way. Arms gonna draw a blocking foul. It's gonna go against Khalil Forrester. For Henderson, already 2 blocks now in the ball game. We talked about coming into the day 42nd in the state in blocks with 16. He's got 18 now. Is Alfara back in for COC. Galgano on the floor as well. His arms checked out. The Cougars will go to work offensively. 9-point game. Valley out in front. Cougars had a 6-point halftime lead, but that was erased quickly on a 16-3 Monarch run to open up the second half. Barrientos. Costa tight with him, 8 to shoot. Barrientos off the dribble, drives into the paint, lays it with the right hand and in. Barrientos with a good drive, and that's what you'd like to see out of him. For COC, Acosta on the other side, no. Griffin outlets to Alfara. Has Galgano running through the middle, but will stop it up for Griffin. Galgano now in the corner off the ball movement, misses on a, nope, yep, he did miss on a 3. I thought it was gonna fall. Bounced up, looked like it was rolling away, and then eventually did. Paris on the other side, transition 3, no. Sergeant Jeffrey right there to catch on a modified alley-oop almost, lays it in. Back to a 50-41 lead to timeout called by Valley. 12:49 to go, we'll take a break. Valley with a 50-41 lead, a 9-point advantage for the Monarchs. Sergeant Jeffrey 10-9 in the ball game, approaching a double-double. He's had 3 of them this year, one against Cypress, one against Cerro Coso, and one against Irvine Valley College. Only Monarch with a double-double this year. The other side for COC, Henderson with 13 and 5, Barrientos with 9 and 4. Of course, Huggins, who is off to a good start, 17 points, been stuck on it for a while. 6 of 9 in the ball game for David Huggins. He was 4 of 6 to start, so only made 2 buckets here in the second half. 9-point lead in COC basketball. Valley comes out. Small press from Acosta as he's going to guard Gonzalez the full length of the floor here. Gonzalez, telegraph pass, turnover. Kapushin gets the takeaway. Acosta running. Gonzalez swats it away though and stays right with it. So we'll stay with Valley here. Costa gets it into Paris. Henderson was right there with it. Rodriguez now will get it up top. Now Paris. He and Henderson one-on-one right now in isolation. Instead, Kapushin will catch. Drives against Griffin. Puts up a foul line jumper. Counted in the foul. Kapushin from the foul line. Griffin ran into him. Going to be the 3rd on Dylan Griffin. Going to be an 11-point lead. A chance to get it to 12.
Correction, the foul on Dylan Griffin is 3rd, the team's 3rd. Galgano remains on 2 fouls.
They gave it to Galgano at first, but it's actually on Griffin, so they'll have to change that around. Kapushin knocks it down. An 11-point lead. Should be a 12-point lead, and it is 53-41, a miss on the other side. Cougars nearly got a takeaway. Jump ball tie-up down on the floor, and it's possession arrow for COC. Point advantage. Well, the scoreboard says it's an 11-point lead, but it should be 53-41. I believe that's what the score clock, missing a foul shot. They were trying to adjust fouls. They did get that one up on the wall. Here's Alfara. Good lay-in from Alfara. Gets it back to a 10-point game. Paris now. Now Costa working with the basketball. Send it to Kapushin. A foul going to be called against Alfara. He and Sergeant Jeffrey were tied up.
Cougar foul number 42, Jonah Alfara, 2nd personal, 4th on the team. Inbound play to Sergeant Jeffrey, missed.
Rodriguez will put up a 3, no. Rebound tipped its way to Nico Rodriguez, and he gets an easy lay-in. It's back to a 12-point advantage, 55-43. Galgano with the foul line, stops up. Nearly turned it over, got it back. Thought about putting up a 3 and then tried to get it inside to Alfaro again, and Sergeant Jeffrey right there to swat it away. He'll get it on the inside and finish with 2 hands. He's got double-double today, 12 points, 10 rebounds. A lead 14. Alfaro finishes on the other side. Rodriguez driving, just lost the ball, was trying to draw a foul, didn't get it. Alfaro back the other way. Cougars will set up Galgano for a wing 3 in transition, no. And then an offensive foul gonna be called against Jonah Alfaro, gonna be his 3rd.
CFC foul number 42, Jonah Alfaro. 3rd personal. 15 foul.
Stays at a 12-point lead, halfway to go here in the second half. Inside of 10 minutes left. Forrester, who's started to find his stroke in the second half, knocks down a 3. It's a 15-point lead now. 60-45. Valley has come on strong. Galgano with a bucket. On the other end, on a little floater. Just the first bucket of the day for Galgano. Cuts it back to 13 at the moment. Rodriguez trying to draw a foul, no. Lee got the offensive board, fell over backwards, turned the ball over. Cougars Griffin running it back ahead. Wanted to dump it off to Akarian cutting, but it was taken away by Forrester. And then Griffin forced a foul and run into the basket.
Cougars foul against.
It's going to be a timeout called by Howard Fisher. Will take a break as well, 8:52 to go. 60-47, LA Valley out. College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
Getting that perfect slice is satisfying, fulfilling, and rewarding too. But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh. Slice to order makes a sub above.
College of the Canyons wants you to get ready, reset, and go when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougar Athletics programs offer a great college experience. Get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now. Valley basketball out of the timeout. 4th foul on Griffin. Monarchs will get it in. Kapushian with a 3 out of the inbound play, knocks it down. Valley starting to find it from 3. The Cougars have gone cold from downtown. Trying to get a steal, didn't get it. Possession arrow with Valley here, so they'll stay with it. So we go back to work. Scoreboard says 62-47. So it actually is 62-47. The website and the scoreboard were kind of back and forward. So the largest lead's been 15 in the ball game. So we are right now on the board. They've got that figured out. 62-49 the score. So 13-point game. Cougars get a stop. And we'll come back the other way. So Karian will go to the line.
Now substitution number 42, Sergeant Jeffrey. Replacing lead.
Karian knocks down the first, back within 12, trying to get it to 11. Second is no good. So 62-50 the lead.
Cougar foul number 20, Quincy Arms. His first.
Foul gonna go against Quincy Arms here. And that's already the 7th foul on COC here in the second. So it's gonna put Valley at the line for 1-on-1 the rest of the way. They'll shoot foul shots. They miss the first. Cougars catch a break. They still trail by 12. 7.5 to go. Barrientos with the basketball. Working off the screen. Stops at an elbow jumper. No. Sergeant Jeffrey pulls down the board. Outlets ahead. Huggins over to Kapushin. Kapushin at the block. Back to Sergeant Jeffrey. Around Henderson, but missed. Got the rebound back, but missed on the putback opportunity. Henderson just rips it down himself. The Cougars go back to work. Henderson running the length of the floor. Stops up. Gets it to Abkarian. Foul line jumper, no good. Galgano, the offensive rebound. Gets it to Barrientos, and the Cougars go back to work. Now Galgano going to try and take Sergeant Jeffrey off the dribble. Missed on the first attempt. Going to get fouled and get himself to the line for 2 shots. That's the 4th on Huggins. So now you look for Valley.
2 shots upcoming for Jimmy Galgano.
Lee fouled out with 5. Huggins has 4 fouls. Sergeant Jeffrey only listed with 3. I thought he had 4. But maybe that was part of some of the things going on the stat sheet that were a little off, as Galgano has struggled from the line today. Has not made a foul shot. This is his 3rd trip to the line today. Makes the second. 11-point lead. Galgano off. Harper in. Cougars in a soft press. Try to trap here. Valley able to pass out of trouble. Acosta with the basketball. Now Capuchian. Jeffrey over to Paris on the near side wing, guarded by Barrientos. Up top, Acosta, straightaway three on the way is good. Splashes down from Acosta. Lead back up to 14. Acosta, just his first field goal of the ball game, was 0 for 5 to that point. Comes in a big spot. Here's Henderson, a three. Too strong. Acosta able to come up with the rebound ahead to Paris. He'll finish with an easy little right-handed layup. 16-point advantage, 67-51. Barrientos will step into a three. Missed everything. Cougars have just lost all the rhythm at this point in time. Now 19 of 50 from the floor. Trailing by 16 with 5.5 to go. Much like the women's game early on, LA Valley coming alive in the second. The Cougars have fallen off. Foul going to be called. Against Quincy Arms. Alfara and Galgano in. Abkarian and Arms off the floor.
1-1.
Pushian misses the first of the 1-and-1. Barrientos comes away with it, runs around everybody, drives right to the basket, lays it high off the glass and in. So Barrientos gets a bucket. Alfara gets a stop. Barrientos now with 11 in the ball game. Galgano trying to dribble through two bodies. Got the ball tied up in himself. Ian Capuchian with it. Arrow with COC.
Cougars maintain the ball with 25 to shoot.
Savory back in to take over for Harper. Gonzalez going to get Barrientos off. Farah will put it on the floor. Now Gonzalez working. Cougars with 11 to shoot. Here's Henderson, one-on-one against Paris. Tries to take him off the dribble. Ran into Sergeant Jeffrey, got the ball back. Trying to go up to the glass, draws the foul. Get himself to the line for a pair of shots. Foul gonna go against Sergeant Jeffrey.
Fifth personal foul. 5:42. It's the 16th foul.
That's the fifth on Sergeant Jeffrey, so we were right on 4 fouls last time out. So he's got 5, that'll end his day. 12 points, 13 rebounds. A block and 2 steals. Zion Lee checking back in. He's listed as 5 fouls, so I think that's where the discrepancy on the stat sheet is incorrect here. Henderson to the line for 2. Misses on the first. Foul shot's just hurting COC at this point as well. 8 of 19 from the line today. So they've done a good job getting to the line. They just haven't done a good job finishing from the line. With 4:45 to go, trailing 67-53. 67-54, a 13-point lead. You're close, but you got to start getting some stops and got to start making some big shots quickly down the stretch here. Acosta going to dribble it across the timeline. Capuchian waits, stops the dribble. Dumps it off. Now Acosta drives, kicks, Paris puts it on the floor, steps into a 20-footer, no. Savory had it tipped out, trying to go up for the rebound with Lee. It'll stay with COC.
Turning to the Cougar lineup, Justice Harper.
It's Henderson coming off, Justice Harper checking in. So just a quick spell for Henderson, I would imagine. 13-point lead. Gonzalez bringing it up the floor for COC. Works off the Alfara screen. Stops up, gets it to Savory. He'll put up a 3 from straight away. It's good. Savory gets it back to a 10-point game. For Savory, just his first field goal of the ball game on his first field goal attempt of the ball game, but you'll take it. So here's Paris. Now to Acosta. Imagine Valley uses as much of the shot clock as they can here. Savory guarding Acosta here. That's not a matchup I think the Cougars like. They get a takeaway. Is Galgano able to get a hand on the pass from Kapushian? Got Harper, now to Alfara inside, blocked by Lee. It'll stay with COC. 23 seconds to go on the shot clock. 3:26 to go in a 10-point game. Gonzalez will get it into Savory. Savory, wing, 3. Got it, back-to-back threes for Mason Savory. All of a sudden, a 7-point game as the Cougars have found something on the offensive side by way of Mason Savory with a couple of threes. He's got 6 now. There's Paris. Out to Acosta. Gonzalez tight against him. Now Kapushian. Working around to Paris. Harper staying with him. Acosta, elbow jumper. Rattles it home. Good shot from Acosta. Back to a 9-point game. Timeout called by Valley. Full timeout, we'll take a break. 69-60, Monarchs in the lead. 2:39 to go here on the Cougar Sports Network.
At Jersey Mike's, we think no sub should be measured in inches long or seconds till served. A sub should be measured in moments. Time with friends. Lunch breaks unbroken. Every sub is a chance to be great. Every sub should ask the question, am I a sub or am I a sub above? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
(69-60) Valley in the lead, 2:39 to go. Three-possession game. Here's Gonzalez back to it. It'll be Galgano trying to get it inside, and a foul going to be called. Savory going to go to line 1-and-1.
Penalty foul number 32, Nico Rodriguez, second personal.
Goes against Nico Rodriguez.
16 foul. Correction, 17 foul. The Cougars are the ball.
Cougars at the line for a 1-and-1. Savory 1 for 2 from the line.
Mason Savory.
That's the first and 2. Very important foul shots right now. Get you back to a 7-point game. Stays at a 3-possession game, but you're that much tighter if you can knock them both down with 2:20 to go. Makes them both, lets the Cougars get into a defensive set here. Cougars in a full court press, trying to get a trap. Rodriguez able to catch and run out of it. Stops up the dribble, got it to Paris. Rodriguez drives baseline, gets around Savory and lays it in, so back to a 9-point lead. Costa going to be called for a foul. Barrientos will go to the line.
Penalty foul against Aiden Acosta. First personal, 18th foul. Dylan Barrientos, 2 shots. Correction.
So I'm not sure that counted. So that shot didn't count. So we'll start again on the 1-and-1, and Barrientos makes the first. Second is good. So now it's 71-64. Harris breaks the trap. Rodriguez a 3, no. Harris the offensive board. Valley back to work. Waste some more time here. It's a 3-possession game. A 7-point lead. Monarchs can run the clock inside of minute 30. The Cougars thought they got a takeaway, but instead it's going to be a reach foul on Barrientos. And it's going to put Huggins at the line for 1-and-1.
Dylan Barrientos, first personal, 19th foul.
So 7-point game, 95 seconds to go.
David Huggins with 1-and-1.
Huggins to the line for 1-and-1. He's quieted off, been stuck on 17. 5 of 6 from the line today. From 18, one off his season high.
Returning for Canyons, number 24.
Henderson back in. Alfara off. Huggins makes them both. Back to a 9-point game. Cougars need to go quick in the 3-possession game with 90 seconds left. Barrientos driving. Doesn't get it to fall. Savory tries to get the steal, but never reestablished himself in bounds. It's Valley basketball here. The Monarchs can move it inside of a minute to go. It's 1:10 to go in the ball game. Huggins, who's matched his season high of 19. Cougars need to double here. Nearly get a steal. They do. Harper lays it up with the right hand. Missed it, but it'll go to the line for 2. As Acosta called for the foul.
Penalty foul number 10, Aiden Acosta, second personal. 19th foul. Shooting 2, Justice Harper.
So 2 shots for Harper here. First trip to the line for him today. Comes with 58 seconds left in the ball game. Harper just 45% foul shooter this year. Makes the first. in a 3-possession game. Alfara coming in to take over for Harper. Cougars with too many guys on the floor, so somebody needs to come off. Harper does. Cougars need to create a takeaway here. And they get a takeaway. They get a turnover as Kapushian missed on the catch. Alfara back off. Harper back in. Griffin to inbound from in front of the Cougar bench. It's a 7-point game, 73-66, 51 seconds to go. Barrientos with Acosta right on it. Little stutter step, stop up, foul line, jumper, good. Barrientos gets it back to 73-68. A timeout called by Howard Fisher. So now it's a 5-point game. You talk about a 2-possession game. Still 44 seconds to go in the ball game. For Barrientos leads the way with 15. Leads the team in minutes as well with 30. Valley led by as much as 16 here in the second half. Cougars have gotten it down to 5. It's been an interesting one. Been back and forward a bit. So again, the Cougars will come out full court pressure here. Valley able to break out of it. Rodriguez, Cougars try and double him in the corner. Now Kapushian has 2 on him. Will dribble out of some trouble, and a timeout called by Virgil Watson here. Wants to talk about it. 30 and a half to go. Still a 5-point lead. Full timeout will stay with it here. A 5-point lead. Valley with the ball. 16 seconds on the shot clock for the Monarchs. Not sure Cougars will foul here, as it would put Valley to the line for 2 shots. Would save you time, but you're running out of that time to trade 3 for 2, as that's where you'd be getting into. As they will just foul. I'm not sure why the buzzer went off. A second went off. So the shot clock now off. Rodriguez to the line for 2. So a full second came off the clock. Arm's gonna check back in for COC. Rodriguez misses the first. Griffin comes off the floor. Cougars with a pair of timeouts. Valley with one. Second is good, so it's an 8-point game. Barrientos quickly brings it ahead. Runs right to the basket, laid it off the glass. No, Harper couldn't tip it back in. Barrientos able to get a takeaway, and he's fouled underneath the basket by Kapushian, and will get himself to the line for two with 19.9 on the clock. That's the fifth on Huggins. Griffin back in to take over for Arms. Zion Lee back in. 2 foul shots for Barrientos here. 3 for 4 from the line today with 15.5 rebounds. 2 assists and a steal. 2 big foul shots here in a 6-point game. Still a 2-possession game. Both are good from Barrientos. Forrester coming in to take over for Lee. Griffin going to be called for a foul, I believe, either him or Henderson. It's either 4 on Henderson or 5 on Griffin. The 5th on Dylan Griffin. Stays a 4-point game here. Paris to the line for a pair. 17.8, so the chess match continues here. In a 2-possession game, Paris can get it back to 6 points.
Andre Paris, shooting 2.
First is good. Second is no good. Cougars need to go quick. 5-point game. Barrientos. Harper turns it over, and that will probably put the ball game on ice here as the Cougars will have to foul. Paris, a quiet night by his standards, just 10 points in the ball game, but enough all things considered. So unless you get a takeaway off the inbound, you'll foul. You'll put Valley at the line for a pair. In a 5-point game with 9.8. You're talking it's a 3, maybe a 4-possession game at this point now.
Two shots. Aiden Acosta.
So Acosta will go to the line for 2. Cougars will drop just their 2nd game here at home. As Acosta misses the first. All right, we'll stop for a second. Maybe they won't. I mean, at this point, it looks like it's put away. But now you can just stay at a 2-possession game here as Acosta misses the first. I don't know, I kind of feel like you missed the second. I think the Cougars will run the ball back up the floor. Instead, Acosta will check out Forrester in. It's a 6-point game, so now you need now there's some confusion on the substitution, it seems. Okay, so Costa has to come back in. I'm not sure what that was about. 9.8, so you got to put up 2 quick shots here. Henderson will put up a 3, missed it, air ball, and that'll do the ball game. Cougars will fall 76-70. LA Valley College will pick up the win. They'll sweep the day here at COC. Tough night for the Cougars. They drop both. The Cougars lose for just the second time here at home. Fall to 9-6 for LA Valley, just their 6th win of the year, 6-9. But they go to 1-0 in conference play. Thank you for joining us all day here today on the Cougar Sports Network. We hope to see you next time back here at home next week on Wednesday. COC back in action. They'll be back in action on Saturday as well. We thank you for joining us as always this season. Have a good night, everybody.